There are times when you're scanning where you don't necessarily have all the information you need, or maybe later you need to change some of the metadata in your photos. Well, that's easy to do for single images or in batch, and let's take a look at how you do it. I'm going to jump to a photo that I know has some metadata that I need to change. This photo is missing some metadata for one of the persons, and it doesn't have a location that's precise enough because I just didn't know it at the time. Down here in the toolbar, I'll tap on this icon that looks like a tag, and that will open up my tag editor. From here, I can modify or add information that I didn't get during the scanning phase. I can modify any of the fields to write new metadata back down to the image. So in this case, I'm going to add another person by separating the existing one with a comma and then typing in a new name. The next thing I want to do is update the location, and I can do that by typing in any of these fields, but there's a much easier way to do it. And that's by tapping onto this map icon down at the bottom, and then a map will open up and center on the photo's current location. From here, I can pinch or zoom to get to a new location, just like this. Then I can long press down on the desired location, and a pin will drop with this select label on it. Tapping onto this link will geotag the photo right to that spot and then fill in all the location metadata fields in just one clean shot. When I'm done updating the metadata, I can tap on the Save button, and then the new metadata will get written back out to the file. Now, if you captured both TIFF and JPEG images simultaneously, both images will get updated. While we're here, let's talk about the built-in location editor that you can get to from every image. If you swipe up from the metadata details, it will open up the same map view, and then you can update the location just like you did in the Edit Metadata window. This is great if you just need to update the location information and not any of the other fields. Editing an image at a time is easy, but what if you have a whole bunch of them that you want to make changes to? Well, we have a batch mode just for this purpose. So back in the gallery, tap and hold down on the Edit Tags button for at least 1 second. Then you should hear a click, and then you should see this batch selection interface. Each image will have a selection circle in the lower right-hand corner of the thumbnail, and you can tap on each image to select it as part of the batch. If you ever want to leave this mode, by the way, you can just tap and hold down on the Edit Tags button again to return to the gallery. But for now, I need to select a few images, so I'm going to go back into the edit mode, and then I'm going to tap on a few images, and you'll notice that the circle starts turning red, and then the status bar above it updates. Once I've made my selection, I then tap on this Edit button in the top right-hand corner to enter into the Edit Metadata panel. Now it's going to look a lot like single edit mode with a couple of exceptions. First of all, you'll see this red label indicating how many images you're about to modify in the batch. Also, the metadata fields should appear blank and ready for you to modify. You can tap on the map icon to open the location editor and make the changes to the location fields, and they'll apply to all the photos in the batch. Any changes you make into these other fields will overwrite your existing fields, with one exception. We never overwrite the people metadata in this mode, and the reason for that is because you can safely add names to existing photos. If you're missing some names, you can add them without losing the existing ones. Now, once you're done, tap on the Save button, and we will write those changes out to all of the images in the batch. So that's it. That's how you edit metadata in one or more images after you've scanned them.